Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Brawler99 here, back with another Brawl Stars YouTube video, and today I have a conversation with you guys here. So I've got some gameplay in the background with a particular brawler, and if you know this drama already and you've seen the brawler I play, you already know what I'm talking about. So, and you know, this is something, and I've done some research. I did some thinking about it, and this is just, it's really like, what's going on is just, it's really unfortunate for certain people, and it's just like nobody's really at fault here. So the people involved with this, people under the fire, no hate to them. Like, don't send any hate to anybody who is involved or is a part of this or is under fire in any sort of way, because either they don't deserve to be under fire at all, or if they're under fire, it's not likely that, you know, it's very likely to be untrue. So this revolves around most recent Supercell Make campaign, Colette Lost in Time. Now, the winner has already been announced, and it is Gladiator Colette made by Francie Artist. So you may think, okay, then what's the big deal? Why is the Supercell Make skin winning a big issue? Well, because there is favoritism suspected, and this is where things get a little interesting. So, Francie won, which started, but the problem was his. So first of all, his skin, Gladiator Colette, which it is a really awesome skin. It looks fantastic, and I can't wait to get it on my mini. Because Colette's one of the few chromatics I don't have a skin for on my mini. The other being Gale. So super looking forward to it, but the skin that people really wanted, which was Broken Timeline Colette made by Kent2D, had been had not almost 9 times the amount of votes as Gladiator Colette. So people were like, hey, what's going on here? This skin has so many more votes. What's going on? And then this is where the beginning of this controversy starts. Really the first major Brawl Stars drama in like history. And so a lot of people are saying, you know, they started a hashtag, and it's actually a trending hashtag on Twitter, was at least, it was Justice for Broken Timeline, and people were tweeting this hashtag and saying Broken Timeline Colette should be in the game. Why is Francie again? And so another part of this is favoritism, and the reason people are saying this is because the winner of the other most recent Supercell Make campaign, where Whale Watch Nita made it into the game, was also Francie Artist. So this is the second time in a row Francie has won. Now, I just want to clarify that this isn't that Kent2D, who is the creator of Broken Timeline, for those who don't remember, he has won a Supercell Make campaign, and he is the maker of my personal favorite Supercell Make skin is a Zombie. Is personally my favorite. He's the maker of that skin, and it's an amazing skin. So he has won before. This is not like, you know, he's never won before. But it is really unfortunate because, you know, Francie's under a lot of fire for making that. And so, you know, it's just like, Francie does not deserve to be under any sort of fire for this. He's a great artist. He won by his own merits. If anybody deserves to be under fire for this, it's the Supercell dev team. Now, I don't know who exactly picks the Colette Lost in Time make skins or any of the other make skins, but I highly doubt it's any of the community managers. Maybe Frank, but still, it's their decision. But, you know, there's some concerns to be brought up, obviously, you know. Why has Francie won twice? And something that really caught my eye and made me really suspicious that I haven't seen a lot of people mentioning is the fact that when they showed the video announcing which skin would be the winner, they, you know, were showing all the skins, including Broken Timeline. But something that really just, it put me the wrong way, was the fact that the skin that was before Gladiator Colette, which was announced to be the winner, was Anubis Colette, which was made by the same team of Francie Artist and Polly Beats. It was made by the same team. The same team of people made the skin that seemingly was in second place, and so that puts me off. I might be looking too much into it, but it seems like, you know, Supercell is saying, hey, Francie's the best. You know, it's put me the wrong way. And again, no hate to anybody. And speaking of no hate to anybody, two things have happened. One, Francie has disabled his Twitter account, which I find I'm completely and utterly disappointed. I am disappointed in the community for the response here. The fact that he had to disable his Twitter account is like, guys, he's an artist. He makes great skins. It's not his fault he won. It is his fault, but that's because he's actually talented. If anybody's sending hate towards Francie, you try making Supercell make skins and winning. Go ahead. I would be happy. The only person who can really be complaining here about the winner or sending any sort of hate to Francie is Kent. But of course, Kent has been diplomatic as Francie has, and as Danny and Frank have been. And so Francie's disabled his account, and so the next thing I want to talk about is Danny's thread, which I've read over carefully. And he's saying that basically, the decider is not based on votes, it's based on our decision and what we feel was best in the game, blah 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 blah. You can go read it for yourselves on Twitter. And I agree that Supercell should choose, because we don't want skins like egg, those egg skins getting into the game, but what should happen is the skin with the most votes should win as long as it's good. The Supercell should pick the most voted skin that has an actual, good skin feel. Because I don't know. And it's like, it's just, this whole conflict is just, it's really, I do wonder, and it brings up concerns based on the Supercell make system, like how is Francie winning again and again, but it's more concerns than any sort of actual accusations. And again, the fact that Francie had to disable his Twitter account due to all the hate is just, it's mind-boggling to me, actually mind-boggling. And so, it's just, God, and so Kent has also made a Twitter thread, and this is what most disappoints me, is that he has stepped away from the Supercell make. He stepped away from competing in Supercell make competitions, which really saddens me. Over this whole drama, we've lost the two artists. The two artists who were involved with the controversy are now, well, we don't know about Francie's, state of mind of competing in Supercell make, but for sure we've lost Kent. And Kent is, again, a great artist, maker of my favorite Supercell make skins on BB. And it is just, it's really just, it's blowing my mind that this is even, happening. It should have been, we raised concerns about the Supercell make system, no hate to any of the artists whatsoever. And the fact that this has happened, it's been mind-blowing. But then there's something else I want to talk about before we wrap this up. I've got some gameplay of me playing Colton Heights now. It was Showdown before. I don't know why I mentioned that. I just thought I don't know. Before I wrap this up, something I really want to talk about is there's some people, mostly on Reddit, and people are making more posts than I would like to see of, Brawl Stars made a Twitter post a while back saying that, they made a Spike holding a Spike trophy and it said best community on it. And people are making posts of that and then saying best community, huh? And then there's a lot more in-depth and or vulgar things said about, how our community's being stupid and how we're not actually the best community. And to those guys, I have to say, you're no better. You're no better. You know why? Because this is the first time, we've been, really a toxic community over what? Brawl Stars has been out since 2017. That's 4 years. 4 years of this. We've played this game for 4 years, and this is the first time where the community truly has something to be disappointed in for their actions. It's been 4 years, guys. That's amazing. The fact that we can go 4 years without acting up is really, that is an astonishing thing in itself. So to the people who are, saying, oh, we're not the best community, we're so bad, you need to rethink what you're saying, because sure, we have disappointment We have things we can be disappointed in on how we acted right now, but in no means does that make us a bad community. Every community for any sort of game makes mistakes, whether it's more than others, and we just have to keep moving forward. So that's my 2 cents on this whole thing. It's just, I read it, the more and more I read into it, the more kind of sensitive it gets because, it's just more of, Supercell, I've always had kind of a fickle thing for Supercell because their balancing team, okay, the balancing team over at Supercell is not the best, and you can take a look at any sort of recent update to understand that. There's only been like one update recently where I've actually enjoyed the meta and it hasn't ruined one game on entirely or just the entire game. But also the support system, and there's a lot of iffy things about Supercell, and there's a lot of iffy things about every game company in general. I mean, take a look at Nintendo or like Respawn, EA, especially EA and Nintendo, bro. Activision, Blizzard, all of them have their sort of faults, and Supercell is one of the companies with the least amount of faults. We have to understand that. We have to give credit where it's due, and just because one thing happens doesn't mean we don't give credit where it's due. That's absolutely not what should be happening. But regardless, we need to make up here because we've lost 2 amazing artists in our community, and we need to mourn that. And I felt like I had to make a video just to get my thoughts out on this whole thing. It's obviously concern if there's bias towards certain artists, because not only is that, hey, my idea gets in the game and yours doesn't every time, but also you're getting money. That's free money you're getting paid. And so it's a whole other bag of worms that, quite frankly, I don't think I have the experience to talk about, and I'm not going to. But the basic matter is we messed up, we sent hate towards the wrong people, and instead of expressing concerns, we ended up hurting people that we shouldn't have. Francie Artist is, as his name implies, an artist, and he's a damn good one at that. So absolutely no hate to Francie Artist. I think Francie, if you're watching this video, I think your work is absolutely fantastic. You have some of the best work I've ever seen on Brawl Stars. Same goes for Kent. These 2 artists are literally kind of like the legends of Brawl Stars. Like they are the best. And I don't know. I'm hearing rumors that Francie's starting work at Supercell as a concept artist. I might be misinformed, so don't take that with a full grain of salt. Do not take me. It could just be a rumor. It's kind of like a website rumor. It doesn't. Just don't believe what I say. Question that. That needs to be questioned, So just, the main thing I can say right now is do your own research. If you're really interested to find out exactly what happened and, exactly what you can do to help the situation and try to get our artists back and running here and make Supercell feel better, then do your own research if you want to. But for now, this is Bread signing out, and I'll see you guys next time.